So, the energy in an ecosystem comes from the sun, which is right here. So, plants also create energy, which they can do by something called photosynthesis, which is when they get CO2, carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water, which makes them create sugar and oxygen, which we need to breathe.
The sugar made by plants is then eaten by larger animals, like this dinosaur right here. It's eating bananas, and that transfers the energy. But when this happens, only about 10% of the energy that organisms use, 10% of the energy that organisms get go to growth. And the way when you eat something, you only get the energy the energy that it used for growing. So every time an organism eats another organism, it only gets 10% of the energy that the first organism had.
So, and come back! So, an energy pyramid is
Is this the...
Yeah, it's this, and it shows how much energy is available to certain things. And so it's shaped this way because the primary consumers, this thing gets the most energy from the plants that they eat. They get 10%. The secondary consumers only get 1% of the energy from the plants when they eat the primary.
Because they only get 10% of the primary consumers.
And the tertiary only gets 0.1% of the plants. 1% of the primary, and 10% of the secondary.
Okay, how can humans use this information to be more sustainable with their food choices? So what they can do is eat plants, since every time, become vegetarian, because vegetarians eat plants. And every time, so if you eat meat, you're eating something that ate the plants, and that thing lost 90% of the plant's energy already. Now you're only getting 10% of that 10% that the meat that you ate. So, which is 1% of the plants. So the meat thing you have to eat more meat things, and the meat things have to eat more plants. So overall, you're just, by eating like a cow, for instance, you are eating through the cow more plants than you would if you just ate plants. So eat plants. Eat your spinach. Eat it.
Okay.